welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Steve Litwiller, who is the president of Friends of Historic Boonville, and Julie Thacher, who is the chair of Friends of Christmas Homes Tour. How are you both?
Great, thank you.
Just fine. Thank you.
Good to have you both here. So, Steve, you've been here before.
Yes.
But for people who are unfamiliar, tell us a little bit about Friends of Historic Boonville.
The Friends of Historic Boonville has been around for 51 years, and we first got started starting a music festival. And our goal is to provide just a cultural organization for Boonville. And the one thing that's coming up now that's a big cultural thing is the architecture in Boonville, and it fits in perfectly with our Christmas Homes Tour. So this is one of our big events that we're having on December the 13th at 1 o'clock. That's a Saturday. And we're going to talk about tickets. They'll be up on the screen. But also, in addition, that's going to be in just a few days. But if you don't get a ticket before the 13th, you can come by the Hain House at 412 Main Street and pick them up there at 1 o'clock. And that's when the tour starts. And then you're got 6 homes to visit.
Okay, so you can visit 6 homes in Boonville. But you don't necessarily have to get your tickets beforehand.
No.
Not necessarily.
No.
You do. The tickets are $5 more. They're $25 on Saturday of the tour. So you can buy it before that for $20, and then you'll have $5 to buy a cup of coffee in beautiful downtown Boonville.
So it's recommended that you get them beforehand.
Yes, we would recommend it highly.
Yes.
There's going to be some great homes, and she's got some backgrounds on them. We've got a lot of really exciting sites for you to visit that are historically really important to Boonville and going to be really decorated up. Julie, you want to talk about that a little bit?
I do. It's nice to be here. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
So we do, it's such an interesting tour this year. It's a blend of old and new and small and cozy houses and large houses, and they're all historic and unique. So I'm pretty excited about this year's lineup. And so we do have 6 homes and 1 church. We always like to include a church because it is the reason for the season, and it's really a very special part of the tour. So I would like to tell you a little bit about it. It is a Christmas Homes Tour. So in addition to beautiful architecturally significant homes, it will be decorated for Christmas. So you're going to see some fun Christmas decorations. And a lot of people are there for that. They like to see how people have decorated their homes. So this is in no special order, but we do have, our first one is the McClary home. And it is actually set on a 24-acre lot right in Boonville, which is pretty unique. And they have 99 trees, so it's a beautiful setting. And there's a whole cluster of buildings and things there that are very interesting. And actually, there's going to be 2 homes on that property. And the property was built in 1856, the main house, and so they will have a collection of nativities that people, I think, will be very interested in, that they've collected over the years. And then also on the property, their son and daughter-in-law fixed up a barn that was built in 1922. So it's a real barn. It's not a metal building that somebody made into a barn-dominium or whatever. It's a real barn. And so that is very interesting. And it will be decorated with fresh greenery and cedar and things and candles and that sort of thing. So it'll smell good, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, and it's very interesting. And they have done more modern conveniences, like it's all solar-powered. And all the panels are hidden where you can't see them. And then the back of the barn looks out on a very rural setting, a nice little pasture behind them. So it's a very, I'm anxious to see that one myself. So it's going to be a fun one. So that's one of the properties. The second house, it would actually be the third house, is the Pasley home. And it sits on a brick street in Boonville. You know, we have lots of brick streets
Yes.
over there. And it has a little wrought iron fence and a garden in the summer with flowers. There won't be any flowers. Can't guarantee flowers this year.
Right.
This time of year. But anyway, it's the smallest house on the tour. It's a one-bedroom log cabin. And it is just darling. So you're going to want to see that. Then we have the David and Janet Joint Residence. It sits on the historic Kemper campus. And it was always known as the Hitch House. And so the Joint family bought it in 2017. And their goal is to preserve the tradition of generous hospitality that the Hitches did. And of course, I think most everybody knows about Kemper Military School. And it's a beautiful campus, so people will want to just come and see that. It sits on that. So a more unusual one is the Mitchell Carr Museum.
Oh, yeah.
And you say, well, that's not a home. Well, yes, it is. It's the home to the world, not the state or Boonville or whatever. It's the world's largest collection of Mitchell Cars. And if you haven't been, it's worth the price of the ticket just to go see that. The Mitchell Cars were started in Racine, Wisconsin, and one of the founders' relatives lives in Boonville, and he started collecting them. And his collection got so big, his wife said, something's got to go. You know, we got to get this in one spot. So he did, and it is lovely. And the Mitchell car was the Model T was a working man's car. The Mitchells were a more high-class car. So they're beautiful. They're all different colors and lots of brass, and so it's just fascinating.
And you say you've got a church in there too.
We do.
And then and people can get tickets, you said, beforehand, and there's a phone number.
Yes.
I want to make sure people get the phone number. It is
660-882-7977.
okay, and people can buy tickets beforehand, and you said they get the tickets for $20 if they
Right.
purchase in advance.
It's a bargain.
But they can get them the day of for $25 if they walk up.
Yes.
Okay, and that's 1 o'clock.
At the
1 to
Hain
6.
House.
Yeah.
Thank you both for being here.